Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pitch Clock. I'm your host, Connor Nelson. This is baseball debate at game speed. Every question comes with a 15-second timer, so it's just your take. When the buzzer hits, we go back and forth a few rounds, however many it needs to be to go ahead and dig in. And without further ado, we're bringing back one of our favorite guests, and as you can tell, big-time Dodger fan, Miguel Navarro, back. How are you today?
I'm so glad to be back. I'm happy. I'm glad that you threw in that nice compliment. Favorite guest. I love to hear that. Makes me want to, try as hard as I can and win this game and not balk today.
All right. Well, Miguel, on his very first time, his debut on the pitch clock, did not balk on any of our three topics, and we haven't had too many balk challenges yet, so it's making me think I may need to speed up the timer or something. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and see if Miguel can pass our three topics here today without balking. Miguel, are you ready for the clock to get hot?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first topic here. Since you're a Dodger fan, you're repping it on the hoodie, I'll go ahead and start you off with this. I know that you think the Dodgers are going to represent the NL in the World Series, because why wouldn't you? But who's the biggest threat to the Dodgers in the National League?
All right. So this answer really took a lot of thinking, a lot of questioning, and I'm just going to have to say it outright. It's going to be the Philadelphia Phillies. I know a lot of teams like the Cubs and the Mets went out and had very busy off seasons, but I look at those teams on paper, something they lack is the pitching. And I think that when you're facing a team like the Dodgers that is as stacked as they are, you need pitching to keep it close, and the Phillies have the best chance.
Whew, you were getting pretty close to the edge of that pitch clock there, Miguel. I think we'll go ahead and let that one slide. We'll keep it right there because my next question for you is, do you think Philly ends up with over or under about 92 and a half wins? Kind of same question I threw out to you on the last episode.
For me, I like Philly to go over 92 and a half wins. I think that they have a great team. I did knock the Yankees a little bit for bringing back a very similar roster, but I think that although the Phillies did the exact same type of thing, like they got Harper, they got the studs, they're going to be ready to perform this year.
Yeah, and you bring in Adolis Garcia. Maybe you get a kind of a bounce back season from him. And you mentioned the pitching is strong. They're going back with Nola, Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo. They do lose Ranger Suarez, but hey, this rotation can probably survive without it. Last question to you on the topic, Miguel, is are you at all worried about the Braves in the NL East?
I think that the Braves are obviously they've kept that roster really tight knit. Like I mean, it's gonna be Acuna, it's gonna be Olsen, it's gonna be Albies, Riley. These guys have been together a long time. They're gonna compete. They might go on and have a better regular season than the Phillies, but I think come October the Phillies are bulletproof. They're ready to perform and they got a chip on their shoulder.
I like that. I think when you're talking October ready teams, when we were able to see what Philadelphia can do when they make an October run, it is quite scary. So I'll go ahead and agree with you there. Unless the Braves can really prove it to us in the regular season by maybe winning the NL East, I'll definitely take the Phillies as a bigger threat in October than Atlanta. So switching gears a little bit now, Miguel, I want to ask you a totally different kind of question. We're getting into the hypothetical world of baseball here. Who's one player in the MLB you'd give a lifetime extension to right now?
Honestly, this was like one of the easiest answers I've had to do, and it's gonna be Paul Skenes. He's been in the league 2 years. He's won a Cy Young. He's won a Rookie of the Year. He's putting up a 7 WAR as a pitcher. He has an ERA under 2. I mean, he has all the intangibles, and the thought of having this guy pitching game ones for me, I need that.
Miguel, this is why I bring you on, man, because I don't know how many people I've asked this question to now at this point, but you're the first guy to go ahead and say the player who might be the most obvious answer in Paul Skenes. If you're the Pirates, you got to lock this guy up. You don't want to end up in a Tarek Skubal situation where you're going to have to go pay another guy while you're getting slandered for arbitrating Paul Skenes for, way under what he's worth.
Yeah, for sure. And I just want to add this in. Like, Tariq Skubal, when the Tigers are in the playoffs, that's almost 2 automatic wins. Paul Skenes is the only other guy in the league where I feel like he's at that level, where if he's pitching in October, it's just good luck. Like, honestly, accept the loss because that's how good this guy's going to be.
Oh, all right. Last question on the topic is, of course, we want the Pirates to get this done because the Pirates being good again would be great for baseball. When do you think the Pirates make the postseason? What year?
Considering the fact that Paul Skenes is young and they haven't given him the extension that I'm hoping they're going to eventually give him, they have a very long window. I think that there's still years to develop and get better. We're in 2026 right now. I'm gonna say like the 2030, 2031 range. It's gonna be a little bit of a ways, but they'll be there soon.
Oh, Pirates fans, strap in for a long ride, according to Miguel, man. Oh, maybe Connor Griffin can help accelerate that timeline, but hey, I think at best I'd give them the 2028 season. I'd want to see the Pirates in the playoffs with Paul Skenes starting game one in PNC. I would love to have a picture of that framed on my wall if I was a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. So, hey, that's where we'll leave this topic. Paul Skenes, obviously one of the best lifetime extension candidates in the major leagues right now. So, Miguel, final topic for today. We're moving right along. We're going to get it back kind of to the postseason feel since we've been talking about it throughout this entire episode. And, of course, you're wearing a postseason hoodie right now. Give me your World Series matchup for 2026.
All right, for the National League, just no need to even debate, no need to explain myself. It's going to be the Dodgers. We know why. That team is absolutely stacked. The American League is where it gets a little bit more dicey, but I do think that the Boston Red Sox, they had a really great offseason, an offseason that isn't at the level that I feel like the media is talking about, and they're going to be good.
Hey, I like that pick. The Red Sox are a team that has a little bit of everything. I think their lineup is pretty young. They've got a good mix of veteran guys, and the rotation is one of the best in baseball. But so do you think the Red Sox are going to win the AL East then? It's going to be a tough division.
I think that they definitely have the roster to go out and compete with the Blue Jays, go out and compete with the Orioles. Maybe they don't go out and win the AL East. I'm going to stick with the Blue Jays winning the AL East, but I think come October, that rotation and that offense paired together, if they're going with that back end of the bullpen with Chapman and Garrett Whitlock, it's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, I do not want to see the three-headed snake of Garrett Crochet, Ranger Suarez, Sonny Gray, Brian Bayo. However you do it with the Red Sox, they're going to have three great starting pitchers to throw in rotation, and two of them are going to be left-handed. So that's always a trouble. The one problem I see here with this team, Miguel, is that they don't really have a true power hitter in this lineup, and maybe that becomes a problem in October. Maybe it doesn't matter in the regular season, but do you foresee anybody on this team even hitting 25-plus homers, and do you think that's going to be a problem for them in October?
Okay, so I definitely understand what you're saying. They should have probably went out and signed like a Kyle Schwarber, but I do think there are going to be maybe a couple guys that go out and hit the 25. We obviously got Willier, Contreras has done it in the past, but we saw with the Blue Jays, you just need to be a good, disciplined team to have a deep run in October.
Hey, I like that point. If they can instill a really good discipline and approach with this young core that they have throughout the 1 through 9, I mean, their oldest player right now in the lineup is going to be Wilson Contreras and Trevor Story. Everybody under that is under 30 years old, and most of them are under 25. So it's going to be an exciting future for the Red Sox in a tough, jam-packed division. But hey, I like it. Red Sox and Dodgers in the World Series. I forget, did you give us a winner?
I'm glad that you actually reminded me of that. I did not give you a winner, but I have the Dodgers winning in 6 games. They've had a
Ooh.
history of beating the AL East in the World Series. We saw it with Tampa. We saw it with New York. They did it in Toronto. They're just going to collect all the Infinity Stones of the AL East, and the Dodgers are going to three-peat because why not? They're the best team for a reason.
Oh, Miguel, I'm sorry to say, I think we might have sniped you on the pitch clock on that very last question. You were going all into it with the Dodgers, and I think we got you on a box. So we're going to go ahead and get into the first Bach challenge of your pitch clock tenure. Do you think you're ready for this challenge?
Honestly, I really don't know what to expect, and I'm very disappointed in myself that I blew it on the last question.
I think, hey, the fans down below might have to slow it down frame by frame and see where the clock was. But hey, on our end, New York is saying that was a balk.
I'm
So
going to have to
I'm
tap
going
my
to go
head on that
ahead.
one.
Hey, those rules aren't implemented yet, buddy. So go ahead and slow your roll there. But hey, so I'm going to give you the rules. So typically in the pitch clock, the clock will start on your first word. That is not the case in the Bach challenge. I will ask you the question, and as soon as I say the clock is hot, that's when you will have 15 seconds to try and give me as many answers as possible. So that's
Okay.
what it's going to be. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to try to name me as many answers as possible that fit that criteria. Do you think you're ready?
No, but let's just do it.
So, Miguel, your question today. Name me as many Cy Young winners as you can from the point 2000 and on in the next 15 seconds, and the clock is hot.
Clayton Kershaw, Jake Arrieta, um, Tariq Skubal, Paul Skenes. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Zach Greinke. No, he didn't win. Oh my God, that was really bad. That was really bad. I'm sorry.
That the clock is
That
up. I
the
got you with
clock beat me.
four names right there. Four Cy Youngs in a total of a possible, let's see, what's 25 times 2? I'm not that great at math, but
50.
I think we can, yep, 50. There we go. Thank you, Miguel. You're still in college, thank God. But hey, 50 total names. You gave me 4 in 15 seconds. We'll see how the rest of the pitch clock community can compete with that. If you're in the comments saying, I could have named off all 50 of them in those 15 seconds, make sure you DM us. Join the pitch clock. We're trying to get as many baseball fans on as we possibly can throughout the MLB season. So, hey, if you're looking for more content, find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, anywhere you can find the pitch clock. And as always, any last words, Miguel?
No, I mean, I just want to say, like, thank you for having me on, Connor. I had a blast. And I do want to say this. If you're watching and you think, well, this guy doesn't know anything, when you're under that pressure and that duress of 15 seconds, you'll name 4 people too. All right. I just wanted to get that off my chest, defend myself a little bit. But again, yeah, had a great time. Super fun game, Connor. Just awesome. Loved it.
Miguel, thank you for joining as always, and fans, definitely get in the comments if you think Miguel is standing on business there with those 4 names in 15 seconds. And we will see him again. This will definitely not be the last of Miguel here on the show. So go ahead and check the bio, check out all of his links to his social medias. He's doing his thing over at the University of La Verne, sports broadcasting, just about every sport under the sun. So, folks, for myself, Connor Nelson, the host of the Pitch Clock, that is all for today, and we'll catch you next time.